Okay, I got some more new books, so let's talk about them. And today I'm just going to talk about why I picked them up, what I'm interested in, and hopefully what I get out of them. And this is to inspire you to pick up some more books to read because is it ever possible to have enough books? Maybe if you want to reread stuff, but I like reading new things and experiencing new things. And yeah, I will forever just buy endless amounts of books. First thing we have is the plays of Anton Chekhov. I don't know anything about Anton Chekhov, but I've been told by several people to pick him up to read The Seagull in particular, and I'm just excited to see what it's about. I don't know anything about it. I've seen his name come up time and time again. That's one of the names that you see around in bookstores. You see referenced in other works, and just it seems to be a seminal name in literature. So why not pick it up? Next thing we have is H.P. Lovecraft, The Call of Cthulhu, and Other Weird Stories. And I've never read anything by Lovecraft. I don't read horror. I don't read that kind of stuff. Not that I'm not interested. I'm sure there's good stories. It's just I've never had the inkling to pick up a book, but for whatever reason, I've just been hearing Lovecraft's name a lot recently, and just interested to see what it's about because I hear it referenced, and it's kind of synonymous with like these big mythic entities which are neither evil or good, but they're kind of just there, and it just sounds interesting the way it's been described, and I'm just you know forever a student and forever interested in new things. So yeah, why not pick it up? Next thing we have is A Clockwork Orange. This is a book I've been meaning to pick up for a very long time now. It's from what I know, it's a book about how criminals kind of take over society and how there's no such thing as crime, and what that devolves into. And I think it's certainly an interesting idea. I'm somewhat fascinated with the dystopian novels, and this seems to be right up my alley, so it'll be cool to read it. It's definitely something that I've heard. I've don't know anything about it, and I'm excited to study more of it. Next thing I have is The Romantic Poets, and this is like I don't know if this is fitting at all, the what this picture looks like, what the binding looks like, because the first name in this is William Blake, and Blake never wrote anything of the romantic genre, but the other authors in this are William Wordsworth, who I've read a little bit of when I was much younger in school, Percy Bysshe Shelley, who is Mary Shelley, who wrote Frankenstein's husband, John Keats, who I don't know, but I've heard the name, George Gordon, who I don't necessarily think I've ever heard of, and then Lord Byron, who was friends with Percy Shelley and also friends with Mary Shelley. And yeah, the reason I picked up this book is because I, one, love William Blake, and two, wanted to read Percy Shelley and Lord Byron, and why not pick up a book that has both of them in it? Why not pick up a book that I can kind of get my feet wet with their writings and really just explore the genre of romantic poetry in general, because it's one of the most interesting and fascinating sort of styles of poetry that I've studied, and it's so pleasant, it's so pleasing, and it's so expressive, and it really reminds me of Emerson. And if you know anything about me, Emerson's one of my favorite writers, if not my favorite writer. So yeah, I had to pick it up. And the last thing we have is Ernest Hemingway's For Whom the Bell Tolls. The reason I picked this up, I don't know anything about what this book is about, but I just read The Old Man and the Sea. I absolutely loved it. I want to read more from Hemingway. I want to read more of the stuff he has. This says it's about an American in the Spanish Civil War, which definitely sounds interesting. And apparently this is one of his most ambitious works from what I've read. And yeah, here are how many books? 5 books to start getting into different topics, and I'm excited to pick them up, and hopefully you see them talked about on the channel in the near future. But with that said, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Peace out. I'll catch you in the next one.